Episode 1650 of a Bass Guy show. We're streaming live. Sorry we didn't stream live last week. I've been redoing the whole studio for about the past 3 years, ever since the flood, the big flood. I've had to redo everything, and lately I've been upgrading the studio, and we got a new screen, a new bass synthesizer, and we'll talk about it later. And we have a new chord synthesizer in the mail, and we ordered a whole bunch of wires. I've spent about $700 this month on fixing equipment and wires, and it's unbelievable. 20 hours a day rewiring the computer, our computer that I've had since I started streaming. We've been streaming for almost 14 years live, started before it became cool. And the old main computer died, so I had to strip it. Yeah, baby, put it back together. Please type 1 if this is working. And reinstall all the hardware and software, and then put Windows back on and put all the music equipment on. And I've got VSTs running through the new synthesizers and a million foot pedals, and I've been literally doing, 10 hours a day for 2 months straight. I haven't touched a note on the bass or guitar, so I tried today to play Freedom Jazz Dance, and I couldn't. So, anyway, so right now we're kind of in a, whatever you call it, beta stage, redoing the whole studio and all that. So we're going to be testing a whole bunch of stuff and seeing if things work. So without further ado, my name is Bass Guy, and I am in Montreal, Canada. And I was born in Scotland, and then I moved here, and then I traveled around the world, and I hurt my back. I got spinal damage, so now I'm doing this. And the drone footage you see above is by Sky of the Universe. He's out on location right now in Montreal. He filmed this, and he's filming stuff tonight. He's always documenting. And I'd like to thank the Patreon members for supporting. And Pat has been the only one to tip in 2 months on YouTube. He's the only person to tip in 2 months. We made $28, so I'll take that off the $700 fee. And oh, wait, I just got this in. I'm not supposed to talk about the truth. Everything's great. Smile and be happy. Positivity, toxic positivity or something like. Okay, Larry, run the thing. Larry.
All right, Larry, let's power up the toasters. Power up the toasters.
Live right here on the internet from beautiful Montreal, Canada. Prepare your innards for music, comedy, live guests, gimmicks, and more. Buckle up and get ready for a Shaka Springboard Blast Bag.
Okay, so that's our little introduction. For anybody new watching, I'm alone here in the studio. There's no one else here, so I'm doing triggering the intro and the scene changes and everything. We're down one camera today. Usually we have a camera that is on a fan and it turns around the room, but it's not working because it disengaged from a computer. And in the last 2 hours I tried to fix it and it didn't work. So it's like at the beginning of the show, I'm trying to explain everything, like, hey everybody, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and oh my god, and this is happening, and there's too much to talk about or explain, so I won't do that. Other than what I'm trying to convey is that I've really been putting the studio back together again and upgrading it and always adding new things that people don't see. Like I actually have a huge screen. It's the first time I've ever had a TV screen. I found it in the garbage. Let's welcome Jarrell. Let's welcome BF Live the Vibe. Happy Friday, bass guy. Frankie MacDonald and friend. Thank you, BF Live the Vibe. We have Frankie MacDonald on, and he is going to be with us on Zoom. He's going to call in from the Black Diamond Pub and restaurant where they play pool and stuff like that in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And that's Pat and I. That's me on the left and Pat on the right, next to the ice machine. And we're at the Couche-Tard there, eh? And we're just hanging out. So if anybody needs anything, if you want any snacks, please, let's make this show interactive. Write what you'd like me to get at the Couche-Tard. We've had no food store in our little town for 3 years, so I now go to the Inconvenience Store. That's where you get on the train for $7 and you take a train and you go back with spinal damage there and back, and you carry heavy food and because you want your own autonomy and stuff like that. So, but we can go to the Couche-Tard. I'm going to get a pepperoni stick and a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Oh, they don't have that there. Okay. I'll take 4 gallons of 10% milk, please. That's right. Hello to Zigzag. Welcome. Saying Frankie, yes. And hello, the Montreal guy and Sky of the Universe. Please share this on your social media. As I don't have any social media, I stay away from all of that stuff. Is this? So as you can see, I'm adjusting things. Yeah, baby. Because I've really been working on the hardware of the show. It is 10:22 or 22:22. And we'll just wait till the clock gets to the next 22. And I can then say, ladies and gentlemen, it is 22. So we're down one camera. There's a lot of crap here. I've been playing music for 40 years. I'm 50 years old, so I started really when I was about 7, practicing and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've collected over the years, and what you see here is my actual life. I don't have a couch. I don't even have a bed. I'm not even joking. I don't have any of that stuff. Not much of it anyways. And I've collected these pedals and gear over the years, and a lot of it is it's all secondhand, and I have to fix it weekly. And just to show what we're doing here, I don't know what camera to show. I've been researching a lot and trying to buy budget stuff because I don't have any money really. So I got this stuff on like installment pay plans, where I pay like $50 a month for a year. And I bought this little Donner. Donner is a great little company that is kind of like, almost like no-name brand. And they make amazing equipment. This is the copy of the 808 synthesizer. And I haven't had time to really learn it, but this is what it does. one of the coolest things is that I don't have that running through my loop pedal. Usually everything's running through the loop pedal. So I also have the third computer, which you can see at the bottom right hand side of the screen. There's a new computer there, an old new computer, and I've hooked a VST up to the synth so I can pick sounds from the computer. So now those sounds you're hearing are the same thing as this. That's the bass synth, and I can change the tone, and I can make like loops, and I can change sounds. And I can change that to VST on my computer. And the VST is recording through the loop. I just picked any silly sound. So this is playing on its own all the time, and it will be in time with the drums. So I'll explain that later, and I have a new Roland synthesizer coming, which is going to make things really, really cool. And the last thing I'm going to save up to try and buy. So really, like I said, I've spent $700 in 1 month and buying wires. I don't know how to explain this other than I've been going crazy because just to learn one new piece of equipment can take hundreds of hours, and then to hook it up and change everything hundreds of hours, and it just week after week goes by and I haven't touched a note and I haven't done any streaming. And so like to get, like, I got MIDI cables, and they're all gold tip and high quality, made of fabric, and different cables, and you can't see, but there's ones on the back wall behind me. I've bought like a couple, maybe $100 or $200 in wires to hook up the new stuff that I haven't even learned yet. The whole point is I don't want to rest on my laurels, and I'm trying to update the show, and I'm trying to make things groovy. So I'm with Smig, aka Dan Train Fan. So hello to Dan Train Fan. Welcome to you. And so the music I'm going to do tonight, I'm completely 100,000,000% out of practice, and my brain is all over into wires and stuff, and I'm basically paying hundreds of dollars to entertain strangers for free. And while I'm doing it, I have spinal damage, and I love doing this, but by the time Friday night comes, after I've done 8 zillion billion like things, like the last, I just want to lie on the floor and watch The Simpsons. I'm in pain. I bought a sponge-head popsicle at the St. Anne's Couche-Tard. I think I did once a long time ago. It's like ice cream and different colors of frozen sherbet or something. So Frankie MacDonald's going to be on very soon. Today is July the 10th, and that is my brother Jamie's birthday. My brother Jamie passed away. He died in 1995, and I was here in St. Anne's, and that got me to get on an airplane, and I moved to Scotland, where I was born, and I lived in Scotland, and then I ended up meeting someone and getting married and going and living in Poland for a lot of years. I lived beside Auschwitz for like 3 years, and then I came back, and then I went to India, and I went around India twice, and then I went to Kazakhstan, and then I moved to Africa for like 3 years, and then I came back, and then I came back here, and now I sweep the front step. It's not funny. From university professor to sweeping the front step for free. So my brother's Jamie birthday, he would have been 57 years old. Let's take a look at him. This is probably one of the oldest recordings we got here. This is from 1989, and this is filmed at above the where the Indian restaurant is. There's an Indian restaurant, like from India, Taj Mahal curries and stuff like that, and it's above there. This is my brother Jamie in a band called Gone Fission, and he would have been 57 years old today. John Denham. So that's John Dodge. I have one of his paintings in my room. And that's John Denham. So 2 Johns there on the left and my brother's on the right. Stevie Ray Vaughan there, but I think here's a better clip. Here's a clip. So happy birthday to my brother Jamie. I'm dedicating today's show to him while we do a technical setup. So. It's a little quiet, but you can hear it. So that's my brother Jamie and John Denham doing UZEB Wake Up Call, and that's some other stuff I'd like to show you tonight as well. July 10th, 2015. This is an episode of the Bass Guy Show that was streaming 11 years ago with Dr. Nair Mumstead live. Knows about it, and I projected the filth onto other people. And Dr. Nair Mumstead, I've spent a few hours with him. Wow, completely healed. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh well, thank you. We're gonna be doing a little shock of protection for Bass Guy, because he's a champion of the poor. He's a champion of the lonely, the afflicted. So when you go for the...
So there's a little clip from a Bass Guy Show 11 years ago, and we'll look at some of the footage. I don't know why that isn't working, from Sky of the Universe. And I also would like to show you some stuff that happened while I was away. The first week I was away, it kind of burnt me out, to be honest. We went to see Angine de la Poitrine, and there was about 200,000 people there. And I went with Pat, and we got stuck in the middle of it. So here's some of it. This is at the Montreal Jazz Festival. And okay, so I need to give context to this. Angine de Poitrine is from Montreal. Well, they're from Quebec. They're near Montreal. And they've been around for a while, but they went to a festival in France and got... someone made a video recording them, and it went viral around the world. And they do math rock, kind of punk jazz, Middle Eastern, jazz fusion, funk. Their influence is my favorite band, UZEB. And the real reason, even though their music is absolutely mind-bogglingly jazz fusion, prog rock, amazing, people listen to them because of what they look like. Because people don't listen to music, they watch music nowadays. So they were clever and dressed up like aliens, and they bypassed the whole French-English thing, and they speak like this. Okay, so that's Angine de Poitrine, and this was their first big concert ever, and it was free on the main stage in Montreal Jazz Festival, and they announced it like a month before they played, and I knew it was going to be huge, so we went like 3 hours early, and it was absolutely incredibly, like, I don't know, 200,000 people at least. So I'm trying to find one of the videos to play for you here. I'll try this one. Hey, Modern Cat. just gets, it crescendos and gets louder and louder until it goes insane. The whole crowd was absolutely, like, the best way I can explain this to people who like his, people used to like music. People, it was Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, right? Music used to be the thing. Not now, it's the internet and people walking around like zombies. The Beatles went global. The entire world listened to the Beatles. This is the first band since the Beatles that went global. They're number one on Spotify like all the time. And I learned a few of their tunes last month, but I guess that doesn't matter. They went global around the world. So when they did this show, the entire city showed up and people from all around the world showed up, and everyone dressed up and had triangles and polka dots, and everyone was nice. And if there anything of went, a few people, yes, went to the hospital, but that's because there was like 200,000 people. They had a good medical team, people with megaphones, and we saw a family get taken out because they were panicking. They couldn't take the crowd. And it was a family of like 5, a mother, father, and like 2 or 3 kids. And the guy was on the megaphone saying, please, people, separate, separate. And everyone would move out of the way and they would take people out. It was too many people. But out of those 10 people, the other 250,000 people, it was like all ages, kids on parents' shoulders and grandfathers beside me were 2 nice old ladies sitting on the ground. And I joined them for a while. And it was an incredible experience. It was one of the craziest concerts I've ever seen in my life. I'm so glad I went with Pat. And we lost Pat. Pat got lost in the crowd. And on the side of the concert, there was construction sites, and young people, when I say kids, like young people, were climbing up the construction flights, like on the side. And eventually there was like 200 or 300 people illegally on a construction site. Everyone was trying to get close. It was absolutely nuts. And they did their whole set and then stopped and then went home. Hello, Aladdin, and hello, Modern Cat. And most of their stuff is usually in 5/4 or 7/4. So instead of like, I can hear the police going crazy outside on the highway. Instead of the band going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7. And then they do stuff like 11, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's all crazy. But the whole thing, though, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you make it groove. They make it groove. They absolutely make it groove. And then 2 days later, Pat and I went to the premiere of the 50th anniversary of UZEB. Came out with a new documentary that took this filmmaker 5 years to make, and they made a documentary on the 50-year anniversary of UZEB. I used to go to all their concerts when I was a kid. It was my favorite band. I made friends with Michel Cousson. He came to my high school. I did a project on his band UZEB. And in grade 11, he came to my high school, just to my class, and did like a little presentation. And then I worked at a bar, the Pioneer, which was called Clyde's back then. And I did Battle of the Bands and jam nights mostly. And then we hired his band, Michel Cousson, the Wild Unit, like a 10-piece band. And they played at our bar. And then I met Cousson at a radio interview once for the promotion. And he took me out to L'air de Temps. We went and had a few beers. And I've had many incidences like that with, and then when I went to Scotland, he called me up and we talked on the internet, and he sent me, I didn't even ask him, he sent me a huge box of every CD he's ever made. There was like 50 CDs. It was really nice of him. And when I came back after 15 years of living in Europe, I said, hey, I'm back in Canada. I'm looking for musicians or whatever, work. And then he sent me over a musician, Jennifer, who was a backing vocalist of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And we made friends with her and jammed with her a lot. And then I went to the reunion concert. I went to UZEB's last concert outside, which was 90,000 people. And before that, I went to Euseb's, after that actually, Euseb's last concert ever in the main Place des Arts. And I had the seats on the balcony, and it freaked me out. I was like I was 17 years old, and it was the best thing I've ever seen. And then they had a reunion like 25 years later, and I happened to just come back to Canada, and I'm here now. And I went to the reunion, and I got seats in the same place and saw them there. And then Pat and I went to this. And when we walked in, we didn't know what to expect. It was mostly older people. It was kind of quiet, not quiet. It was good, like 300 people in an old 150-year-old cinema. And I'm going through this fast because I want to talk to Frankie and play some music soon. Today's like a test show, make sure stuff's working. Reading the comments, we got Sky of the Universe, Aladdin, Montreal guy. And when we walked in, they were doing a photo shoot. I didn't even know that. I wasn't sure if Euseb was going to be there. We were just going to go see the film, the premiere, world premiere. And then they had like a little corner room, and there was all these cameras, and all of Euseb was there. And so I walked up, and Cousin looked at me and went, "Jack, come here." And I walked up, and he like grabbed me, and he goes, "Get in the photo." And they were doing like newspaper photos, and I was like, "No, I'm just saying hi, you know." And so and after the show, Cousin talked to me, and he was really happy to see me. And I had a chance to tell him, you know, about everything I just told you. And he said, "Jack, I remember everything. Don't worry." And Michel Cousin also has his own YouTube where he, during the coronavirus thing, the lockdown, he has a whole studio. I think it's Soissons Rue Lombard, like the song. And he has cameras, and people are doing the studio from like different locations. And they're operating the cameras from different locations. He's amazing. He makes films for music and all that. And it was beautiful. A few of the Euseb members cried when they went up at the end, and it was really nice. So here's a wee clip. Euseb, YouTube is screwing up. Have you ever noticed that pattern when you press a video and it plays different audio? So I'm trying to explain too much, but it's my favorite band, and I got to go see them again. It was really cool. And go check out the documentary. It's in French, but you can get subtitles. And they are literally, for me, the best way to explain them is that they are the Weather Report, which nobody probably knows about here except Pat, because I told him. Weather Report is a very famous jazz fusion band. So they're like the Miles Davis of Montreal, or the Weather Report of Montreal. They're as good as it gets. Like, they're absolutely insanely. It's always other bands like Rush and The Who and whoever get all the attention, but these guys are like monsters. I'm trying to walk here, buddy. So you see, by the time I introduce the show, it's time to talk to Frankie MacDonald in about 2 minutes. And I'm glad I showed you all that. That's like my show and tell. I do sometimes come on the show and just like play straight away. I used to practice like crazy, like 5 hours a day, and like learn, Donna Lee and freedom jazz dance and go through all these changes. And I'm kind of going a new direction now. I'm fixing the studio, and I haven't done it yet. But I'm going to start to do dance music, and I'm going to try to do it where I do simple one chord stuff, but then also do chord changes. So I've ordered a machine that's going to help me with that, and that was $400. It's the most I've spent all year. So Sky of the Universe is saying, what a great movie, Jack. I was so happy to be part of the history. So thank you, Pat, for being there with me and helping me out. And at the end, Pat was so kind. He took my bag. We were out of place. Everyone was like conservative and older and rich. And we were like we look like the guys from Pulp Fiction at the end when they're wearing like holiday shirts and shorts and stuff. We were holding like plastic bags from Couche-Tard, and Pat held my plastic bag for me and took photos of me and Michel Cousson and all of that. So thank you, Pat, for that. Montreal guy is saying that crazy. They're also playing in Ottawa very soon. That's probably Angine de Poitrine, because Euseb is no longer together. And I hope you're enjoying the show. Happy birthday to my brother Jamie. That's him right there. He was a bass player. And that's him in St. Anne's when he was 17 years old. Playing Euseb. That's 1989. So that's my brother Jamie when he was 17 years old. He passed away in 1995, and I'd like to dedicate today's show to him. I don't have time now to play any music because we've taken up the whole introduction to explain what I'm doing. So just for any new viewers, and thank you for people who are here. If you'd like to support, you always can by going to bassguyshow.com. I always forget to do that. You can also subscribe, like, and comment. You can do that right now. It's free, and it helps out the show. It's pretty ridiculous that I've been here for like 15 years on YouTube. I'm sorry, I think 12 years on YouTube, 15 years since Concert Window, and I'm still under 2,000 subscribers, so I don't get any of the tools that help YouTubers. They said it used to be 1,000 subscribers, and when I got there, they changed the rules. So how convenient. It's just, I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned because I often tell the truth. I'm authentic and I be myself, and that's not good enough. The flying monkeys and enablers and narcissists don't like that. So you can help just the tip by going to bassguyshow.com, and there's a yellow tip button, and anything that goes into the show helps with the show. Like I said, I just spent $700 upgrading the show on equipment that I'm still hooking up and will still be learning to use. But by Christmas, the music that I'm doing is going to slowly change and get, I wouldn't say better, but very, very different. So thank you for your time and patience. Thank you, Sky of the Universe, who's out on location right now. And we're going to have Frankie call in about 2 to 5 minutes, and you can ask him your questions live on Zoom. So get your questions ready for Frankie MacDonald coming up in a few minutes. Thank you. This guy loves you. No fear. So I'm still waiting for Frankie to pick up the call. Very often Zoom does not work properly. I think we have confirmation. Stand by for Frankie MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's freezing. Zoom just screws up your whole computer. Larry!
Hey, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Frankie MacDonald. Frankie, how's it going, buddy?
Last Friday was dangerously hot weather in Montreal.
We're still having hot weather. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks of not. I got bugs all over my house. I don't have AC, Frankie. It's sweaty over here.
They get an AC unit in the heat pump has AC unit in my bedroom.
Okay, that's amazing. When I go to the store, I sometimes pretend to go buy beer, and I go into the frozen beer section to cool down, but that's like 2 minutes a week. I have no air conditioning, and it's very, very hot here, Frankie. Is it hot in your area?
It's hot in my area. You resurrected your other desktop computer.
Yes, thank you for noticing, Frankie. Things like that took like 2 weeks straight of fighting. And I got the old computer and I took it apart and put everything back on it and I fixed it and we have victory. So now I'm using the second computer to run music programs.
That means you resurrect your second computer, took it apart.
We have user something PU8 saying, be prepared for season 42 for Mr. Cross Country, for Mike the Can Man from Massachusetts, and Arizona says hi to Bass Guy. Who is Mia?
Nice to see you.
What's
yes,
that?
I'm having a great night.
Say hi to your friends if you want, Frankie.
These are my fans.
What is it?
These are my friends.
Oh.
Hello, how's it going?
Good stuff. How are you?
I am good. Hello to the Black Diamond in Sydney, Nova Scotia with Frankie MacDonald.
I'm doing great so far. Did you hear about this? He took the computer apart, put it back together.
Yeah, we put it back together, the old Lenovo. We upgraded the RAM, the memory, everything on it, and we refurbished it and we got it back together. We put up a new screen.
Upgraded the RAM.
A whole bunch of stuff, Frankie. I had to take the whole studio apart and put it back together again. So just being here is a miracle. We have Aladdin saying hi, Frankie.
Yeah, Aladdin above. I'm doing great so far. Just imagine, guy turned the house into a nightclub or something. When a guy comes home and say,
Sir, why did you turn your house into a nightclub?
the parents are at the door will say,
It says, because your father cracked, so you turned your house into a nightclub. And then the police come and say, sir, is this a residential or a commercial area?
residential.
Do you have a license for this, sir?
No.
Put your hands behind your back. You're coming with me. You're under arrest. So that's a good comment to make. A Montreal guy saying he switched to the main feed on his laptop. So our show is now horizontal, like full screen, and we're also on vertical. And each show, it has different, it looks the same, but they're different graphics that I custom, they're different graphics that I custom made. So the vertical, hello, Frankie, you got so many fans.
I'm the king of the world.
You're king of the world, Frankie.
Just imagine a baby guy comes up to the and they say, son, what happened? Father and I getting divorced.
Some of the jokes that Frankie's going to be telling at his world tour. So Montreal guy saying he prefers the horizontal full screen, But I guess if you're on the bus, you can watch the show on your phone, and then that's easier too. So you can switch between the two. So I'm doing two broadcasts at the same time to offer more free services for free. Everything's free, Frankie.
Yes, yesterday you had a lot of rain.
Finally, yeah, we had rain. A big, huge cloud went over, and it lasted a whole day. And we really needed it because it was really getting parched and dry. And I noticed, Frankie, talking about the weather, that the typhoon over is about to hit Taiwan. That's crazy?
Yeah.
The typhoon is bigger than Taiwan.
Yes, it is. It's heading towards mainland China.
What kind of power are we talking about? What speeds?
150 plus mile per hour winds with gusts.
It's crazy. The eye of the hurricane is absolutely massive. I've been watching the radar all week. It's really fun to watch the live world radar, Frankie.
Yeah, and it's like a windy app and things like this.
I hope that people over in Taiwan are okay, and I hope that they have storm cellars like they do in Texas and things like that.
Pat can even download windy app on his smartphone.
Do people in Taiwan have storm cellars?
They got storm cellars and things like this.
What else can people do when a typhoon comes to your area? What can you do to be safe, Frankie?
Head to the higher ground.
The higher ground, to get away from the tsunamis and things like that?
Yes.
And I saw in the news here in Canada that some doorbell cams picked up a meteorite or a comet fell right through the sky, right?
Yeah, then the scientists and that means the scientists and the government have to come for the security area.
Okay, and then what happens? What does that mean?
The government confiscated. It's in their hands.
I sent an email to Slovakia to Stefan. He says he's just been really busy lately, so.
How's Pat doing?
Pat's doing well. He's on location right now. He's in and out of the chat board, but he's filming a rare metro train tonight. So he's underground in Montreal, literally.
Did you hear about this? Gary and Dino still doing the show in Scottsdale, Arizona.
You're on their show every week, right?
And the other guy, Joe Yanni's chasing tornadoes in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia. Joe Yanni is now part of the Northern Tornadoes Project now. That's why Joe Yanni's show was canceled this week, because he was chasing tornadoes.
Chasing tornadoes. He also helps put out forest fires in Canada, right?
Joe Yanni was chasing tornadoes this week.
I saw in the news that somewhere on the Highway 20 in Canada, it was a place called Boston Bar in Canada, and there's a big forest fire on both sides of the 20 highway.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We were just talking about it. We have Stefan in Slovakia. Stefan, how's it going?
Hi, bros. I am fine.
Let us know what you've been up to. We were just talking, saying that you've been busy, Stefan.
Yeah, I'm writing. Report for my night shift because I am at the Hotel Shachtichka. I'm writing a report.
Okay, so you've been really extra busy then, right?
Little bit.
Stefan, could you move your cam down just a tiny bit? It's the way.
Alright, sorry, because
that's
I
fine.
don't see
That's
myself.
great.
I don't see myself. I try to see myself, but now I see myself.
So
Perfect.
Stefan works at the Overlook Hotel from the movie The Shining, but actually it's in Slovakia, and you're at the top of a ski mountain resort in Slovakia, and it's summer there now, so no fireplace.
No, only in winter. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, the bass guy here's the Townsend Street in Sydney.
So we're looking at Townsend Street in Sydney right now. Frankie likes to show us very slowly. And it's a nice night out. A lot of people out tonight. People having a few beers, a get together, a hot night out in Canada. And what's the weather like in your area, Stefan?
It's getting warmer and hotter. It's supposed to be about 30s, 30, 31, 32 in a couple of days. We had really hot weather and dry weather. Then it went down for this week. It went down to about 24, 25 degrees Celsius, and still no rain. So we have very dry weather.
And I guess like France and Germany, you've been having forest fires. Us too. It's been really hot, 35 with the humidity, and forest fires a lot as well.
Exactly.
And it doesn't rain, and then when it does, there's floods.
Yes, too much rain then.
Too much rain and the ground is dry. I don't know. Maybe it's because people overconsume all the time, but that's just crazy
They're
talk.
installing heat pumps in South
Crazy.
Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and all those places.
What about Nigeria and Ghana, Frankie?
They're installing heat pumps there too to keep the house cool in the summer and keep the house warm in the winter too.
But the irony is that no one's talking about is if everyone uses air conditioning, it makes the temperature of the whole world go up. So our selfishness of keeping cool personally makes the whole world temperature go up, just like driving cars.
They're installing heat pumps in Siberia, Russia, and Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Emirates houses, and Japan, and all those countries.
Maybe if everyone drives a car and everyone has air conditioning and everyone buys stuff all the time and gets bigger houses and bigger things, then maybe we can increase climate change to happen quicker. Never talk about the truth, eh, Stefan?
You know what? I have to admit something. My parents bought a really big air conditioning, but they are like in their 70s. And if they did, because we had temperatures like 39 degrees Celsius, if they didn't have the AC, they would maybe even die or something, because
Yeah, we live in a conundrum. The word would be conundrum, because the more we try to keep ourselves cooler, we're actually making the world temperature high for everybody. So
yeah, I know.
it's a conundrum.
Fortunately, I don't have air conditioning because I live underground as you do. So I have, even though it's hot outside, it's 39 degree outside, it's only 27 in my flat. So
Plus, you're a really cool guy too, so that helps.
yes, thank you.
So I'm going to hand the show over to Stefan and Frankie for a while.
Frankie,
And did you hear about this house weather in Slovakia so far?
yes, we had really hot weather and now we have only warm weather.
Back in the 1980s, when Czechoslovakia was a country, not enough groceries on the shelves back then because it was under a dictatorship.
Yeah. I have new T-shirt, Frankie. It says, you know what? Canadian like American, only better.
That means they have to have rationing food during dictatorship era in the 80s.
Yeah, and these T-shirts are in 2 colors.
And the
Light
press is really
blue.
limited then.
Yeah, light blue and orange. So I love this. I bought them on Temu. It's Chinese shop, and it was quite cheap. But now from July 1st, we are going to pay for each item bought online from China 3 extra euros. So it's not going to be so cheap, unfortunately. All over Europe, in European Union.
Things are going well so far.
Yes. Are you going to have beer,
It
Frank?
was a really bad heat wave last week in France.
No,
Yes.
Frankie doesn't drink beer. He's like you. He just has a Coke or something.
Oh, that's perfect. I
And
love
that's the bass
I
guy.
love that.
You took the computer, put it back together.
Yeah, Stefan, we've been really busy at the studio. I had to reorganize everything. I bought 2 new synthesizers, a screen, lots of wires, and I fixed an old computer. I wiped it clean and reinstalled Windows on it and got it working brand new.
Yeah, I have heard about it, and you added some RAM memory and stuff like that. So you are a very clever and handy guy because you can do it yourself.
You had to re-upgrade the RAM.
I'm always fixing the studio. People think it's like I just buy everything, but I actually I turned my kitchen into a tool shed, and I bought a lot of tools over the years, like drills and saws and screwdrivers and specialized guitar bits, and I fix everything myself now, electronics, everything.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
It's very satisfying, especially with YouTube. If you want to fix something, you can even learn how physics and electronics works, and I fixed my Fender bass guitar. I went in and I soldered all the diodes and replaced the part, and I got it working, and it's incredible to
Yeah, you
learn.
took after your dad because you told me that your dad was the same kind of guy as you are.
I think the whole world's changed like that, because my dad was a mechanic, but he also knew all about biology and physics, and his dad was absolutely amazing carpenter and physics and electronics, and they knew how everything worked and could fix everything. And nowadays it's like, oh, it's broken, just throw it away and get a new one.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I want to fix go to the repair shop and fix it, but then I find out that the fixing is actually much more expensive than buy a new gadget or whatever. So that's terrible.
Yeah, because people just throw things out, and then that also adds to pollution. Every time you throw something away, it adds to pollution, right? And to make it
Yes.
anyway, we have Montreal guy saying, hey Stefan, good to see you again. Montreal guy.
Hi Montreal guy, how are you, bro?
And Aladdin as well. Aladdin says hello, Stefan.
Hi Aladdin.
You're famous in Montreal, Stefan.
Thank you.
That means one of my friends blocking clowns and trolls on social media.
And are you sure, Frankie, that you're not like AI or anything, no?
Here's who we're gonna do.
Stefan, are you AI? Okay, you're not AI. That's cool. You've passed the test, Frankie.
And did you hear this? I got something to say. Too many AI videos on social media building data centers in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, even Antarctic.
And what's the forecast going to be like for the end of the second half of July?
How about winter? What kind of winter are we having?
And did you hear about this?
Hey, Frankie, we want Stefan wants to know what kind of winter is coming up.
Is it going to be warm
It's going to be a
again?
really, really bad winter in southern states like Florida.
Wow, Florida's going to have a lot of snow.
Is that right?
Hey, Pat, how's it going? And what are we going to have next week in Europe and North America for summer?
Going to be a change. Rain on Tuesday night and Wednesday. Then it's going to be cooler temperatures for next Friday and things like this. In Europe, it's going to get warmer and colder, fighting each other.
Yeah, I'm getting step by step ready for Christmas actually.
I know.
Christmas is coming, bros.
Wesoły świąt, to jest dobrze bardzo, mój kolega. Lubiłem Wesoły świąt, tak?
Tak, bro.
Dobrze bardzo, bro, fajnie. And co tam robisz tutaj at your work? Are you finished soon?
Yes, áno, ja za hodinku a pol končím a idem domov spať.
Dobrze. Fajnie.
Áno.
No, jest ciepła, tak? Ciepła?
Teplo, horúco.
Ciepła, no nie ciepła jest, I forget how to speak Polish, sorry.
At the
Áno.
hospital,
Zimno.
Zimno,
The guy throwing the garbage will say, okay, doctor, this guy's all broken up. Put it in the garbage.
Why did the doctor throw the guy in the garbage, Frankie?
He's just too busy.
Some of Frankie's professional comedy jokes.
Please
So,
tell the doctor saying,
are you the doctor that threw the guy in the garbage?
yeah.
Okay, you're coming to jail. You're going to go to the jail with the guy who turned his house into a nightclub.
What happened is a guy flushed a firecracker down the toilet in high school, like a teenager flushed a firecracker down the toilet went boom.
Goes and he blows up a toilet, and the headmaster, the principal, goes, come to the office. He goes, you're in big trouble. Are you the kid who put the firecracker down the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have two choices, son. You either go to jail or you go to school in Greece.
Grease.
Then he has to learn how to do science in Greek. You've heard these jokes before, right, Stefan?
Yes, they are perfect. I love them.
Awesome. See, you've been programmed perfectly, Stefan. We have programmed you.
NBA left Montreal for Ottawa.
Hey,
You
so
know,
Stefan, and you're in Slovakia. What the hell's going over in Ukraine and Russia with all the war shit?
terrible things, terrible things.
So we have
Yeah.
Stefan in Slovakia. Stefan, what's going over in Ukraine and Russia?
Well, Russia is without gas for cars because Ukraine destroyed like 40% of their refineries. So Russians don't have gas. What a pity.
And Frankie, what have you heard about Ukraine and Russia and Putin?
That means Putin is the president of that country. Cause we're fighting still.
I wonder I hope that we have a time soon when there's no Putin, there's no Trump, there's no anyway. I say that Frankie MacDonald should be the president of the world.
And Strider Hormones.
And what's happening with the Strait of Hormuz, Frankie?
The war resumed.
I know it's getting in the way of people over consuming and polluting the world, which causes climate change, but no one ever admits that we're all individually accountable. We blame it on other things and never take accountability because accountability doesn't come till about the age of 90.
It's the president. And did you hear about
Introspection.
And did you hear about this? And then over in Egypt, they're installing heat pumps to keep the house cool in the summer. In Egypt and all those military dictatorship countries in Central Africa, South Africa, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, and all those countries.
Thank you, Frankie. And we have user ER8Q04RP8U saying there won't be Christmas in July 25th and it will never be snow on the Bass Guy show. We used to call it the Bass Guy snow, and July 25th is actually the day out of time, which is the Mayan calendar when there's no that's the New Year's of the Mayan calendars. July 25th they say is when time stops. There's no time. It's like a big hippie thing.
December 25th is on a Friday this year. Christmas is on a Friday.
I heard that Christmas is on December 25th this year, right?
Yes.
See,
Christmas
I know.
is on Friday this year.
On a Friday, so that's the Bass Guy show. And the guy's saying it won't be Bass Guy show. Christmas is on July 25th, and it never be snow on. I don't know what you're trying to say, but actually, user ER8Q04RP8U, it will be a Bass Guy show on December 25th, not July. Frankie, what is life all about?
It was great so far. 200th day of the year is July 19th.
What day of the year are we on right now?
Still in the 100s.
Okay. And when will it start to get cold? In November?
Yes.
And October, November, December. There's a lot. How many months are in the year, Frankie?
12 months of the year.
Sorry, I'm just getting tired. So let me know, Frankie, what you think the weather's going to be like next week in Nova Scotia.
It's going to rain on Tuesday night and Wednesday. In British Columbia, it's going to get some hot weather, cold weather fighting each other. And it's going to bring extremely hot weather in the prairies.
And what about North America, like over in the West Coast and East Coast?
West Coast is going to be slightly cooler. It's going to be extremely hot in central states.
Are you having fun so far, Frankie?
Yes, I'm having fun so far.
Stefan, are you having fun so far?
Yeah, I'm not AI. I'm not AI.
There's kids go to school in Slovakia.
What's that, Frankie?
Slovakia school year is different for kids.
Can you tell us the school year agenda, Stefan?
School year holidays are in July and August. So we have school holidays now because it's too hot to study. So
It's the same as here. So maybe just like by a week or something different.
Yes. My niece Sofia is at the Liptovska Mara Lake with my sister and her father. and she's enjoying herself there because she doesn't have to go to school.
And we have @user saying plenty of forest fires in British Columbia, Frankie.
Terrible.
Plenty of forest fires in BC.
Oh, that was the
Unbelievable.
other thing I forgot to tell people. Stefan, you'll know this, and so will Frankie. Do you remember 10 years ago the character Satan Loves on the Bass Guy Show?
What
Yeah.
happened to him?
He came to visit me in real life. He came to the studio. He came to my apartment.
When?
Last week. He was here he only came for half an hour, and I had not seen him in 23 years.
Perfect.
I grew up. It was me and Larry and my brother Tom, up a ladder guy, and Larry and Satan Loves and I. We all went to school together as kids. And Satan Loves was a character on the Bass Guy Show for like 5 years, maybe even longer.
Yeah, I know.
And he was
funny.
He was funny and he was annoying on purpose. He was a genius. And he came and met me. He was in the studio. I didn't have time to do photos or show anything, but I saw him. And he wishes everyone well and love. And he's a beautiful man. So
Perfect. My uncle died. He had lymphatic cancer.
I remember we talked about that maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. You told me. So again, I'm sorry for your loss, Stefan.
Yeah.
And talking about losses, today is July 10th. My brother Jamie, he passed away in 1995. He would have been 57 years old. Today is his birthday.
I express my condolences.
It's good to remember people. To live in the hearts of others is not to die, is a famous saying. It's on the gravestone of my brothers. To live in the hearts of others is not to die. And I think it's Banksy, the street artist, said, they say you live twice. You die twice. Once when you stop breathing, and a second time when your name is said for the last time. So I'll explain it slowly, Stefan. So when you die twice, so you die when you actually die, like when you stop breathing and you're dead.
Yes.
But then you also die the last time someone says your name. Like maybe in the year 3000, someone will say, do you remember that guy Stefan from Slovakia?
Oh, so they will remember me.
Yeah, but the last time someone says your name and they never say your name again, that's when you die a second time.
Yes.
So it's good to, I guess that's why people try to like become dictators like Mussolini or Stalin, you know, so you keep saying their names.
Yeah. Hitler will live forever.
Negative attention. That's with narcissists. They need negative attention is better than no attention.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They
man.
told us at university that even negative advertisement is good advertisement.
Yeah, no, any news is good news and all that kind of stuff. I just want to take the opportunity, Stefan and Frankie, to say that I love you guys, and I'm grateful that you're on the show and for your time and friendship.
Thank you, BG, that we are friends.
I was working at the Mayflower Mall today. I had East San Mario's Pizza for dinner.
Sorry for your loss, Aladdin. He said his cousins died during the Lebanon War. And Frankie worked today at the mall, and we used to call Frankie at the mall.
I worked at the Mayflower Mall today. I had East San Mario's Pizza.
Pepperoni and cheese?
Yes.
So yeah, we have to remember that we're all going to go to heaven one day. So we need to focus on what's important, not things and stuff and cars and houses and money. We need to focus on love and music and friendship and not judging people and being narcissists or flying monkeys. We need to look at flowers and calm the fuck down and be good to each other. Right, Stefan?
Exactly.
What are things that people can do, Stefan and Frankie, that make the world a better place? What can people do to make world better?
Burn less fossil fuels.
Amazing. Burn less fossil fuels. Over here, there's an epidemic, Stefan. Every second car is a massive monster pickup truck, Hummer, huge exhaust, blasting music. Look at me, I'm a man, I have a big truck. It's everywhere. It's a massive epidemic. Like, people have gone insane.
It will come to Slovakia, I'm pretty sure it will come to Slovakia.
Yeah, Europe's not like that. You guys don't have these big, huge. Their trucks are like 4 feet off the ground. It's in a form
Yeah,
of
but we have the same kind of people, macho guys who want to show you that they have a strong car and they really blast it loud with the engines and stuff like that. This is the same in Slovakia, only in a smaller scale.
I wonder if the reason why has to do anything with like Freud or Carl Jung and insecurity and filling the hole in the void and escaping death and love and life. You just buy a truck instead. It fixes everything.
I don't know this guy, so I cannot tell you, but it's something like you say. They are insecure and they want to show how powerful they are, so they blast their engine to the full.
I'm trying not to talk about it, but Stefan, it's like mobile phones and social media and narcissism and materialism and superficialism, superficialness. It's narcissism. It's at an all-time lack of education, lack of music, lack of reading books, lack of thinking, lack of peace. We're at an all-time high of ignorance, like absolute ignorance. And we wonder why there's forest fires and floods and pollution. It's obvious why. Just look in the mirror.
Yeah. Terrible.
Says we're running out of time here. And I'm not trying to preach or tune or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. What do I know? I've just lived all over the world. I don't know anything.
How many minutes left?
4 minutes, Frankie. We're going to hand it over to Frankie MacDonald now.
Best of luck to you.
Frankie.
I'm Frank Down. You're listening to the Bass Guy Show.
Hi.
Thank you, Frankie. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Frankie, and now we have Stefan from Slovakia. We got you for 3 minutes. Is that okay, Stefan?
Yes, perfect. Frank left.
Yeah, Frankie left because he's probably... We talked a long time, and you came in
Yeah,
later.
longer
But
than with me, I understand.
it's good to see you, though, Stefan. We know you've been busy and been working hard. And I always ask you, with the Ukraine and Russia war going on over there, you're right on the border. Do you ever see jets fly over or tanks on trains or anything? Or
We bought American F-16s, about 16 of them. We don't have all of them yet, but they should be about 10 kilometers from the place I live in, Sliač Military Airport. But I mean, if there was not Ukraine, we would be probably part of Russia because they would invade us.
even
Don't
Poland,
have-
they're talking about already, and they've been stepping
Yeah.
into Poland territory already, I hear, like airspace.
So we have to thank basically Ukraine for being so resilient and powerful that they fight stupid Russia.
Well, there's so much going on. And on the other side, maybe it's not good for America to have like 347 air bases on every single person's border in the world. That's a form of bullying.
Yeah,
Narcissism.
that's what Trump says, that they have too many soldiers in Europe and they want Europe to be sufficient.
Can you
With
imagine
the-
the tax money in every country? Almost like 90% of the tax money goes into into war and Lockheed Martin and making weapons, and it's like
Yeah.
one bullet costs like $9,000. It's insane, like a big bullet, you know. To kill people, we kill each other. It's insane.
Yeah,
That's what the whole music
terrible.
thing was about. The whole music thing was like, don't do that.
Yeah,
But now music's about tits and ass, and that's about it.
Yes.
What kind of music have you been listening to lately?
Lately, Stipe Šarić from Croatia. You know, Croatians fought against Serbians.
Okay.
They wanted to invade them. So I listened to Stipe Šarić, Lana Jurčević, even to Serbian music, Tanja, I don't know her surname. I forgot.
Well, I don't know them, but I do know Goran Bregovic. I know you know him too.
So
That's Serbian, right? He's a film producer, music guy
Yeah,
from Serbia.
he's good guy. He's good guy.
And he used to work with Kaya from Poland. Do you know the pop star Kaya?
No, I don't know Kaya. I don't know.
She's amazing. Like it's pop music, like Madonna or something like that. But it's like all
Yeah.
the musicians are jazz musicians, so it's kind of like Sting, the Police. But her name's Kaya. She's a fashion model. She was famous in the '90s, but amazing music, and she made a few recordings and albums with Goran Bregovic.
Yeah, Goran Bregovic, is it the white cat, black cat, or what is
Yeah,
it?
White Cat, Black Cat, and he did Ederlezi.
It's crazy, but it's funny.
And he was also in the film Arizona Dreams with Johnny Depp, one of my favorite films, Arizona Dreams. And Ederlezi, yeah.
Because now the youth from Serbia wants to uh, fight against their government. It's really bad there. Government
Okay.
wants to kill a lot of youth, teenagers in Serbia. So
For protesting and making a
it's
stand
protesting
against the
because they
regime.
don't
Yeah.
they don't like this government, Serbian government. So
That's awful.
Yeah,
We're
it's
running
all
out of time.
Serbia, Ukraine.
I love that music though from Eastern European, Serbia, Ukraine, Poland. They on the violins they play microtones. They play notes in between the notes, and they do double stops. So it's out of tune a little bit, and it's beautiful.
The musicians in Eastern Europe or Central Europe say that it's much more difficult to compose music in
Slovak language, yeah, the Slovak,
language
yeah.
than in English because it's much easier for you to compose music. They say so.
And just like the alphabet, like in Polish, instead of the letter C, they have 3 C's, like ch, ch, cha.
Yes.
So there's more syllables as well. So the alphabet's more like 50 letters opposed to 20 something.
But your
23.
words rhyme much easier than the Slovak word. So,
Stefan, I hate to cut in, but we're running out of time.
all right, bye.
But I'll give you the last few seconds. Just
Keep it wealthy and healthy. No fear.
thank you, Stefan. We'll talk to you next time. Take care, buddy.
Yeah, take care, bro.
Love from
Bye.
Montreal.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stefan in Slovakia. Thank you very much, Stefan. Live on a Bass Guy show. Now with more and less content. I like shows like this where we haven't actually played a note of music. I'm not ready to play music. And I don't know how to explain my pain. My pain level's been stuck on 9 for months. I don't tell people this often, but I spend most of my life, people don't know this, I do go out and I'll trim the grass and I'll take care of my flowers and sweep the step, or I'll go to the store and buy food. But about 20 hours a day, I do my music like this. I lie down on the floor, and even in this hot heat wave, I have a heating pad under my back, right under my hip, where I had my surgery. It's constantly in pain. And when I put a heating pad on it, the pain goes away. I'm also on pain medication, and I always have to have water. This is soda water with grapefruit because I get dry mouth from my medication. Like very dry. My pills last about 3 hours, so I take them in the morning and then at night, and I can do this. But I'm in pain a lot. I lost my L5S1 disc, and I've got bone on bone. Thank you, Stefan. Stefan always tips, and so does Pat. And they're literally the only 2 people to tip sometimes. And like I said, I just spent $700, which I don't have. I'm going to be paying that over the next 6 months. It's like 60 or 70 bucks a month to buy the new synthesizers and wires. And I'm trying to make dance music, and I haven't had, because I can't just like buy stuff and go do it. I gotta buy it. I gotta hook it up. I'll show you something I made. This is crazy. I'll just show it. I'll take apart something. So there's a good 50 things in this studio. And some of them are from the 70s and 80s and 90s and all that stuff. And I don't have time to show everybody everything. And I don't need to show everybody everything, but I'd like to. So I just bought this for $300 with the tax and the packaging and the mail. And I hooked it up, and I got to learn to use it and program it. It takes a long time. And you got to buy all these fancy wires that come with it. And sometimes they're $10, sometimes they're $50. They're expensive. And then each piece of equipment that I have in the room, I make my own stands. So it does look funny, but it's actually very strong. And it's made with wood. And then I've got metal, like braces or whatever you call them, like hinges. And on the front is thick rubber, so it doesn't destroy the equipment. This thing on the top here, I fit my light into. I have these neon lights or LED lights, and the light goes over it. And so, that might take a day or two to make, and I use glue and drills, and it's very strong and solid, and that holds the unit. So I've made about 5 of these recently. And the wiring is 300 wires, and every time I have to change one thing, it's the opposite of easy. And I make so many things that I don't even use them because I forgot that I made them. I made a camera that I can move around the room, and I haven't used it ever in a year. So today's show is going to be a little bit of a tech show. And now I'm going to take you around the room. You won't be able to hear me talk. So I'm just going to play some music, and I'm going to show you some new stuff without explaining it. I'm going to show you some stuff that I made around the studio.
Anything to slow you down is what these people will do. And it's all negativity. I was to be the way that they are. I wouldn't feel the need.
Oh well, I broke the connection. I don't know when that happened, but it happens often. That when you move around a wire, it breaks the connection, so oh well. And this is the same camera where I used to put it on my bass. And I did tell it to automatically focus off, but anyway, there you go.
And if you call within the next 30 minutes, we'll include a second bottle of Garden Elixir. That's right, 2 bottles for just $99.95. What a deal. Get your supply of Dr. Nair Mumstead's Shaka Shundai Garden Elixir before it's too late. Your whole family will be enjoying Shundai-free vegetables in a matter of weeks. It's garden follicle magic. Shaka.
So yeah, whole point is I just want to tell you that it takes a billion trillion hours just to get this thing working, and I'm on episode 1650 today. My brother Jamie's birthday today, he would have been 57, and if you would like to help the show, you can just press like, comment, leave a comment, and share, Larry, and all that good stuff as well. You can also tip by going to bassguyshow.com. I'm going to play one little song now and then go. I'm just going to make up something and see what happens. So thank you for your time.
Anything to slow you down is what these people will do. And it's all negativity. If all these muskrats wouldn't be the way that they are, I wouldn't feel the need to be that way out in public. But they just so happen to be individuals that all they do is slow you down. They have nothing nice to say about you. The only thing they do is slow your ass down.
Have to turn inward, and they have to use their own generator, which is their own supply, which is their own fuel, their own money, their own time, and they don't want to do that.
I love when I play music, there's 0 viewers.
But that makes the flying monkeys vulnerable to a twisted narrative, and also one where the narcissistic person beautifully is able to paint themselves as a victim. Now, just like the original flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz, they're a flock. They're almost like a flock of birds. They mob and come at you as a group, which leaves you feeling even more gaslighted because it seems like an entire group of people are on the same page in a way that is completely at odds with your reality and siding with the narcissist. This can be devastating if it is a family and you actually believe that some of these family members had your back, or you've had their back and been there for them in the past.
Typically, flying monkeys are groomed with all sorts of promises about how good it's going to be because of being in the presence of that narcissist, whether it's inside a family system and there may be money or there may be activities or access to certain people that involves, or inside a place of work or socially. If you hang around with me, you're going to go good places.
not true.
I've been making inquiries about Alice Alquist's sister. I've talked to the doctor who attended her. Would you like to see him? He described her symptoms to me. Would you like to hear them? It began with her imagining things, that she heard noises, footsteps, voices, and then the voices began to speak to her. And in the end, she died in an asylum with no brain at all.
No, please. That's not true.
I've been making inquiries about Alice Alquist's sister. I've talked to the doctor who attended her. Would you like to see him? He described her symptoms to me. Would you like to hear them? It began with her imagining things, that she heard noises, imagining voices, that she heard noises, began to speak to her. And in the end, she died in an asylum with no brain at all.
No, please.
That's when it began. I can see you still, standing there, and saying, look at this letter, and staring at nothing. You still, and saying, look at this letter. You still, and saying, look at this letter. You still, and saying, look at this letter.
Anything to slow you down is what these people will do. And it's all negativity. If all these muskrats wouldn't be the way that they are, I wouldn't feel the need to be that way out in public. But they just so happen to be individuals that all they do is slow you down. They have nothing nice to say about you. The only thing they do is slow your ass down.
So just a little jam without any preparation or knowing what I'm doing. There's wires all over the place, and I've hooked up all this new equipment, and I haven't had any time at all to learn how to use it yet. So just have a little bit of patience. Thank you for watching tonight's show. Thank you, Frankie MacDonald, for calling in, and Stefan. Frankie MacDonald from Sydney, Nova Scotia. And we also had Stefan from Slovakia. And thank you for everybody on the board. Don't forget to please subscribe, share, like, and comment, and all of those things. Thank you, Montreal guy. And very quiet lately. I've been saying to Pat, the better the show gets, the more money I put into it, and the more time and things I learn, the less people watch and help. So if you'd like to help the show, you can go to bassguyshow.com and you can press the yellow tip button and you can tip. There's a link underneath this video. There's a link in the live chat, and then it's all over every screen on the show during the show if you'd like to help me pay the huge, massive bill that it takes to fix the show the last couple of years. So I'll see you next week. If I didn't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. So thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. And oh man, can you come back in 5 minutes? I'm finished. 1 second, there's someone in my window. I apologize profusely. 1 second.
What? Oh man, freaking always something at the window. Oh, I need suspenders. I need a lobotomy. Man, freaking kids, I'm trying to do my show. I picked the wrong week to quit meth. Always something at the frickin' window. It grinds my gears. Damn sky, those frickin' clouds pissing me off. Let's open the window here. Okay. What? OMG. Larry, I don't have time for this shit. Larry, I'm trying to do the show. 8 million wires and calls and buttons, and I don't have time for this. There's always something at the window, eh? What the hell, man? Okay. I don't have time for this, man. I gotta go. Close the window here. That's better. Get back to my show. Get some freaking suspenders. Hold up my pants. Okay, Larry, I need more squelch on channel 17. Okay, we're back. Okay. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
To turn inward, and they have to use their own generator, which is their own supply, which is their own fuel, their own money, their own time, and they don't want to do that. The last thing on the planet the narcissist wants to do is use their own resources to help themselves out. They want to use everybody else's resources to help themselves out. That's why when you're with the narcissist, what do they love more than money? They love your money.
We want you to know that you are not alone. You don't have to live with the shame and embarrassment.
Do you love poutine but hate all the prep? We have your solution. Poutine in a box. Wow! We do all the heavy lifting and send you golden fried potatoes, rich cheese curds, and thick brown gravy straight to your door in an environmentally friendly little cardboard box. No plastics, no styrofoam, and no artificial anything. Just you, our poutine, and your mouth. Our boxes are sustainable, recyclable, and biodegradable. Our boxes are guaranteed 100% post-consumer content. Okay, we found the boxes somewhere. Just don't let this happen to you.
Oh, I dropped my poutine.
Next time, eat straight out of the box. Poutine in a box.
This fall, witness the film that everyone's talking about. A tall tale of drama. Cliffhanger action. The year is 1982. The setting, a small village nestled in the lowlands of El Santibaro. A child, a mother, a father, a dragon, a cow, a spaceship, a donkey, a kitchen sink, an industrial combine harvester, flip-flops, a signed photograph of jazz legend Charlie Parker, a box of dried wombat droppings, a bicycle, a man, no man, no water, no hope, no knowing, nowhere, no thing, spatula, vacuum cleaner, Unit 7, ducks.